What's going on, Al?
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Doing well.
Let's see. I'm up in the nursery again, and hopefully my son will cooperate. We'll see what happens.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to kind of run it the way we have been, doing a lot of just like technical analysis. If you have you, let's just kind of start right there, just doing these hip openers. Okay. Good, next one right here, just checks. Forward, backwards, moving around. Just checking on that lead leg right now. Go ahead and go. Make sure that knee's out at a 45.
Okay.
All right, so we're actually going to cover something new here, but it's really just it's just two things we already do. So, you know, we already have the long guard, the high guard, okay, and we're checking. So now what I'm going to do, quick throw the 1-2 just to put a little bit of movement and rhythm before the technique. Okay, so I'm throwing that 1-2, then I'm going high guard and check. Okay.
Okay.
1-2, high guard and checking at the same time. 1-2, check and high guard. Go ahead and go. Good. Keep on going. Make sure that when we're doing that high guard, Al, with this hand going around, remember we're feeling our forehead for fever.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to have this hand low. I want to have this hand high. Remember, I'm getting inside the turtle shell.
Okay.
Keep on going. Good. Next one, kind of a boxing drill. 1-2, slip and roll. Move around. 1-2, slip and roll. 1-2, slip, rolling under. Make sure we're moving around a little bit though.
Okay. I might move out of frame every now and then.
That's fine. That's okay.
Entertain him a little bit.
One little thing I kind of want to plant in your brain is wherever my face and nose is pointing. Okay, so I want you to kind of track my nose in terms of where it's pointing at. Just do that for me real quick. 1, 2, slip, roll. Okay, so you can see my nose is going this way, and then I'm kind of going this way in terms of where my center is facing. Okay, one thing I want to make sure that when I do this is that my knees are facing the same way. I don't want to be facing this way and have my knee facing forward. And I don't want to be facing this way and have my knees facing some other way. there has to be some solidarity between my center and my knees. So I'm cutting off my head here so you can see my knees a little bit. But as I throw this 1-2 and slip, see how my knees turn with me?
Yeah.
Watch as I roll under. Look at this front knee. It stays in line with my center. So if my head is turned this way, my knee has to be turned that way too. My head's turned that way, my knees have to be turned that way. So one more time, 1-2, slip. As I slip this way, obviously my knees are pointed that way. As I roll under, you can see my knees are kind of doing this windshield wiper movement.
Yeah.
I want my knees to turn with my hips. So I want you focusing on that. I don't care so much if you truncate and shorten up the slip and roll, but I just want you to marry that movement in your lower body as well. Let's work on that for a minute or so.
All right.
Better. Keep your head behind your front foot. Meaning, if your front toe is touching a wall, I don't want your head touching the wall.
Okay.
Good. We always want our front toe out in front of us. We never, if this is my front foot, I never want my head in front of my front foot. My head is always equal with it or behind my front foot.
Okay.
Here's what I mean. You can see it, it's a little more obvious on this bag here. Okay. My front toe is right underneath the front of this bag. I never want to let my head get in front of my front foot. So as I roll under, right here it's about equal, but it's never in front.
Okay.
This is okay. This is better. This is not okay. I never want to have this empty space in front of me. I always want to make sure I got a foot underneath me. Keep on going. Freeze. That's where you're getting your head. You didn't do it too bad that time, but that's when you're coming up, you're going like this. See how it looks like I'm launching forward like a alpine skier?
Yeah.
I want to be back here.
Okay.
I don't want to be here, I want to be here. Better. When you come up, I want that rear heel down on the ground. The rear foot, the rear heel down.
Okay.
Better. There we go. Good. So we're going to work this a bunch just because we've been working on it. So let's just kind of keep working this in. But now I want you to kind of putting together some combos. So they don't necessarily have to, the combo doesn't necessarily have to have a lot of relevancy in terms of like, would that be a combo you threw during sparring? That's kind of not the point of this. The point is just to drill two different things and try to marry them together a little bit. So what I want right now, we're just going double jab with jab, jab, slip, roll, throw the cross. One, slip, roll, come back up, throw the cross. Jab, jab, slip, roll. See how I'm rolling, and as I'm going under this time, I'm actually coming back. One, slip, rolling, coming back with the cross.
Okay. Already loaded to it.
Roll, cross.
All right.
Ready.
Sorry. I'm trying to get him entertained so he doesn't have a meltdown. Babies will do that.
We're going the other way this time. We're slipping towards the left and rolling back towards the right.
Okay.
Good. Coming up, throwing that right hand. There we go. Good. All right, so what I want you to do, we're going to fix something here, or at least attempt to fix it. I want you doing the exact same thing, but as you're slipping and rolling, right before you throw the right before you get ready to throw it, I just want you to pause right there. So the whole same exact thing, I want you basically jab, jab, slip and roll and stop. Okay. Now what I need you to do is take that right elbow and put it onto your lower rib. Exactly. Okay. Now what we're going to do is start turning our hips and knees and not let that hand go so early. So now I'm going to start rotating, and what I mean by turning those hips and knees is this right hand. See how it's pressed up against my body?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn first, then let it go. There's a turn here that happens before this hand leaves my face. I'm turning, then letting go. Now, what I'm seeing from you, and this is the biggest problem out of all this, is that you're turning this hand too early. Okay. This hand doesn't turn. Notice my palm's still facing me until the last second. So my palm stays facing me, and then right before that arm extends, that's when I turn my wrist. What's happening is you're high-fiving the whole way out, like you're pushing open a door. Your palm should be facing you the majority of the time, and the right, when my elbow starts to straighten out, that's what actually turns my hand. So I'm palm towards me, and as my arm starts to straighten out, then my wrist turns. What's happening is you're here turning too early, and you're pushing your punches literally, like you're pushing somebody out of a doorway. In reality, I want to keep this palm facing me, and look how this wrist is limp. I let it snap out. So I want you to think this is an analogy that sometimes helps people. I want you to think that you're flicking honey at somebody, or you're Spider-Manning. I've heard people say that. Spider-Man your punches.
All right. I like Spider-Man. All right. That was
Better?
rough.
No, it's better though. I want you doing it nice and slow. I want like a 5-second punch, like this.
Okay.
Keep your wrist back, just like this. See how I'm almost curled back?
Yeah.
Then let this go.
Are you, when you're striking, do you actually have torque on your fist as you're landing the punch?
Say again?
When you are landing the punch, are you actually having torque on your fist, or do you land it straight?
Ideally, in an ideal world, that's happening as it's making contact. I'm getting the last little bit of turn through.
Okay.
As I'm making contact, I should be corking through just a little bit. The way I've heard it explained, other coaches say, is that you want to make contact with your thumb up and finish with your thumb down. So another way of looking at that is I'm here, and as soon as it hits, I'm turning through. So I'm kind of hitting with my thumb up, And I'm not keeping my thumb up, but that's the position of my hand. And then I'm turning through, getting full extension.
So that final turn gives you that last quarter inch when your shoulder
Right. Exactly. And
Okay.
that's what's getting all this in play.
Okay. That's one of those practice.
Exactly. Better, much better. Keep that nose on line though.
Okay. That was all.
Slow it down, slow it down. Better. When you roll under, Al,
Yeah.
when you're rolling back, okay, I'm kind of close up to the camera because I want you to see me sit down on this. See how I'm sitting back on my rear leg right now?
Yeah.
Here, and I'm almost like I'm about to put my butt like on a stool. Okay, so I'm going to do the slip and roll, but I'm kind of doing it so that you can see just from the knees and the hips down. So jab, cross, I slip. Now what I want you to see is that my hips, I'm going to sit back. I'm slipping, and then I'm rolling. I slip, and then I roll. Let me show you a different angle here. Jab, cross, slip, excuse me, jab, jab, slip. I'm over the front foot, and now I'm going to roll under, and now I'm over the rear foot. My chin is over my rear foot now. Jab, jab, slip. I'm over my front. Okay. My chin is over my front foot. Now as I roll under, now my chin is over my rear foot, rear knee. So basically, I want you to get your weight from here to there.
Okay.
Let's give it a go. Yes. Think of a runner about to take off out of the starting blocks. All their weight's back so they can push off that rear leg.
Yeah, that feels a lot different and probably more effective.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Freeze. Good. No, go back to what I want you to do is put your chin right over your knee, that front knee. Good. All that weight's now you're going to rotate and transfer that chin to the rear knee. Exactly. Now you have a lot of power to generate because all that power is loaded up in your rear leg. Now you can push off of it. Think of a shot putter. Okay. When you see shot putters go to launch the shot put, they put their weight here, they push off. They're pushing off the rear leg. And same thing with this punch. I'm pushing off that punch. Jab, jab, slip, roll. I'm putting my weight here so I can go forward. Now throw that cross. Don't even come all the way up. Come up as you're throwing it. Do it again. There we go. Now we're working in sync.
Okay.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Good. Don't stand up before you throw it. Think of like a shot putter. They squat down and stand up as they throw it.
Okay.
But instead of going up with it, we're going forward with it. There we go. Good. Nice. Now the legs are doing most of the work. And that's what we want. We want our legs involved with all of this. Good. Get that weight onto the, there we go. Nice. Now your knees are tracking with your body. Now we're staying balanced. Now we're good. Posture is good.
Okay.
You might as well turn into a pro fighter.
I'm too old. I just want to not suck.
You gotta concede that we're always going to suck. It's just a matter of like who sucks, how many people suck more than me and how many people suck less than me.
Yeah.
And we're always trying to, move towards one differential than the other. Good. All right, so this has been good. We're going to keep on with this. Okay, so now we're going to just kind of lengthen this combo out. Okay, I'm throwing the jab, slipping, rolling, come back up with a cross. Okay, I'm going to bring it back right to where I started from, roll back under, coming up with a hook. So I'm just doing what I did. Jab, slip, roll, coming up. Now I'm pulling this straight back to where it started. Okay, this is where I ended the slip and roll. Now I'm going to roll back and under where I came from. This is where I initially jab right here. So I get back to there. And I'm ending with the hook. Jab, slip. This is where I go and come back to eventually. Roll under. Cross, bring it back. Roll back the way we came from. And as I come up, I'm throwing that hook.
Okay.
Give it a go. So all we're doing is just rolling back and adding a hook.
All right. He's getting cranky. I might be on borrowed time, but we'll see.
Well, you know what? Let's just do this for a minute. We'll call it a night.
All right.
Retract it. Roll back. Good. Come up with the hook. Nice. Perfect. Good. 2 more times, Al, then we'll call it quits. Nice. Keep that chin forward when we're throwing that hook. I still want my chin forward. I don't want to throw and turn my face. Slow it down right here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. One more. Good. Nice, easy stuff. It's all about the basics.
Oh, it is. It's essential. Thank you.
All right, Al. Hey, hopefully next week we'll actually see each other in person.
I hope so.
Yeah. Good work tonight, and I'll see you Thursday.
Yeah. See you, Coach.
All right. Have a good night.